Welcome to Learn Spoken English. Subscribe to the channel.
Second Wife, Part 4.
Hearing Antony's words, my heart was twisted. Antony is so good that he is doing so much for the mother of his deceased daughter. If someone else were in Antony's place, perhaps they would never help their first wife. Will they, or why? The male gender, you see, will never do so much for someone they have separated from because they have a so-called self-esteem. But today, my respect for Antony has increased. Antony said he would go to Jane's house after 5 days. And then, it's as if I don't feel loneliness for him. Antony left his younger sister, Amelia, with me. Amelia is a student in the 9th grade. She's a very sweet girl. When Antony was leaving, I heard him saying to Amelia,
Amelia, don't give any trouble to your sister-in-law, not even a little. Don't say anything harsh, be like Isabella, and I've cooked and left it. Good-natured, my sister. If your sister-in-law is a bit unwell, make her eat. Antony.
Yes, brother, don't worry.
From this side, I am sitting inside the room and listening. I will go to Antony and tell him to be careful even if he wants to go willingly. I am sitting here. After that, Antony came to me when he was leaving and said,
Elizabeth, I am going to Jane's house. It will take 2 days to reach their house as it is a bit far. Be careful for these 2 days, Amelia, and you too.
I did not look at him and said, Yes, go carefully. Antony, upon hearing my words, left with a slightly ironic smile. After that, Amelia and I were alone at home. Amelia is a very good girl. Sometimes, we used to spend time chatting. But, it's not that I don't remember Antony. Yes, I remember. One day, Amelia was reading a diary of Antony, which Antony writes every night. Then I saw Amelia flipping through the pages of the diary every 5 seconds. I chuckled a bit at this sight, but not in front of her, in case it upsets her again. But it seems Amelia doesn't like reading the diary, so she just flips through the pages like this. At that moment, I went to the kitchen. After a few moments, I saw Amelia coming towards me. And she said,
Sister-in-law, let me tell you something.
What is it? Let's see if it can be kept or not.
No, tell me first. We'll see if it can be kept.
Okay, I'll keep it. Tell me.
This diary of my brother, when you find time, try to read it a bit.
Okay, I'll read it when I find time. Then Amelia said again,
As long as you don't read it, don't give it to my brother.
Okay, I won't give it until I read it. Then I took the diary and placed it in the drawer. Honestly, I have no desire to read the diary. The next day, Antony came home. As soon as he entered, he exclaimed,
Give me a glass of water.
I took a glass of water and went to him. Then Antony said,
Why did you bring it? You're sick.
Upon hearing Antony's words, I felt a bit annoyed. At that moment, I immediately responded, I won't die just by doing a little work. Saying this, I left. Then Amelia also left my house the next day. I wished to keep her, but I wondered how Antony would feel. Because, if her brother does not keep her, then what about me? After Amelia left, the house was filled with howls. At night I was thinking about James a lot, so I went out and cried silently. Antony wasn't home at that time. James's death anniversary 2 days later. For 2 years, I used to cook hodgepodge and give it to the church. At that time I was a widow, so I used to give. But this year I am Antony's wife. How to give? I was crying thinking about this. But when Antony came from behind and coughed, I quickly went to hide the locket, and the locket fell in front of Antony. I did not dare to get up and take the locket. Then Antony picked up the locket and left. I had no power to stop it. What would I say? What should I say? My first husband gave it to me on the bridal bed. And what would I say to my second husband? After Antony left, I screamed and cried.
Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.